Hello, shooters, loaders, and casters. Welcome to Georgia Shooting Connection Friday Night Live Stream. We're all glad you're here. Start us off, Kyle.
Good evening, everybody. Great to see everybody. Um, wow, what a week. Glad it's over. Good to see y'all. And we're going to sit back, buckle up, and have a good time. And let's just see what the great Scottish American has to say.
What's up, folks? Good to be here. Man, yeah, it's been a heck of a week, long week, but it's over, and glad to be here. Glad to see everyone out there in the side chat, and I'm sporting a shirt from Big Al, and Big Al, thank you, brother. Cool, I like it. Thank you, much appreciated. Uh, I'm not a big sports fan, but you sent it to me, so I appreciate it, brother. And real quick, there will be no show for me Sunday night. I have to go to work early, so I don't know if Alan's going to do one or not, but there'll be no show for me. So if you guys are out there and you're paying attention, and Alan uploads one, then jump over and support him. Let's see. I'm just going to make it easy and go that way.
That's so confusing, isn't it? Hey, Jamie, thanks for having me on. Greatly appreciate you, brother. Had a great last weekend with a couple brothers. This week has been really good, been really busy working. Sat in the chair all day today. Got a shoot tomorrow. Get to go out and play on some USPSA. Man, other than that, here we are. I'm here to be schooled.
How about you, Mark? What's going on?
Not a whole lot. Vehicle stuff. Going to work on her car after the chat. Had a good time the weekend, too, with them two boys. And went to the gun range today. Nothing really going on. I need to get back in the swing of stuff and back to work Sunday. So that's what I got.
Good to hear. I had a very eventful week. Won't talk about a lot of it, but it wasn't too awful enjoyable. But I'm getting better. I'm improving slowly, little at a time. Not able to do anything more. Talked to another doc, and he set some ground rules, so at least I know time frames on what I can do, what, when, where, and how. So that's things to look forward to. I got a couple videos out, a couple little things tinkering. I've been tinkering with antler-handled knives, something I've always wanted to do and always got pushed aside for something bigger and better. Well, now I can't do those bigger and better things, so these simple, easy things are coming to the surface, so to speak. So been working on those and having fun. My buddy's going to the range tomorrow with some ammo I had loaded up for him to test for deer season. I can't do any shooting yet, but maybe I'll tag along with him. We'll see how things go with Mama tomorrow, but that's about it coming out of me. I'll probably have a couple more videos on something I come up with. Mark and I have been talking about the antler knives, so maybe I'll have something more there.
That's pretty cool. CW, seems like you look more fit and a little bit stronger every time we get together, man. I'm proud of what the Lord's doing with you and through you and healing you up.
Thank you.
Apparently, we have a slight discussion going on in the side chat, which probably should be addressed before the night's over with. But we're not going to get into that real soon. That's too good to get to so early. One of the things I wanted to talk about tonight was maybe some mill syrups or whatever. If you guys in the side chat got any questions, lay it on us. Reloader 762 earlier said he was enjoying the cooler weather, and I gotta admit, man, I've been riding my bike back and forth to work, so yeah, man, it's been nippy a couple of
All
mornings.
right, so I'll give you a perfect example. So today I went to work with Rob, and it's 55 degrees off. I got a t-shirt on, he's got a hoodie on, and he's like, "Are you crazy?" That's t-shirt weather for me, man. Where I come from, that's t-shirt weather. I was loving it. I'll take the 55 degrees all day long.
43, 40, 41 here this morning.
Yeah, see, they're talking highs in the high for the day is in the mid to upper 60s up where CW lives, so
54 today is a high.
it'll be getting in the 30s before too much longer up there.
We got a high tomorrow of 66.
Yeah. We're in that same band of weather, brother.
Yep.
Yeah.
Deer moving around, buddy. They are on it.
Yeah, they are.
Hey, before I forget, Mock, I need you to text me an updated address just to make sure, because I got to send something to you.
Well, at least you're not being sneaky this time.
I'm not being sneaky, but you're going to be surprised when it shows up.
Oh. Okay.
Abigail, where is Abigail?
Is she out there? I haven't seen her yet.
Down in South, she's
She's moving. Isn't she? I think she said she's moving.
Trees said it was 34. Walk said it was 84 degrees there today, but
6-shooter 87, tactical FUD 96. No, I'm good with 55, man.
yeah, these guys that live out west and in Texas, Papa's place 100 here in southern Mississippi.
Yeah, I'm not that dude. You see how white I am? Early. 55 is good for me, man.
Right.
I'll take 55 all day.
Abigail's in Minnesota, you know.
There you go.
I thought she was in South Dakota or something.
These bald white guys don't fare so well in hotter weather.
It was 103 in northern Tennessee and Kentucky coming home that day. Holy crap.
Abigail, is that where you're actually? Did you move there? Are you staying there? I go to Minnesota quite often, so if you're up there and you're staying there, let me know. Next time I'm out there, maybe we can hook up, do some shooting.
Yeah, it is. Mark ain't wrong, man. This kind of weather right here is absolutely fabulous to be out on your motorcycle, especially if you just throw a jacket on, and some gloves with fingers on them so that your knuckles aren't freezing.
I love this. I call this leather weather, man. I love leather weather.
I love it, man.
G23, I love you, brother. I do, but man, no, 55, not 75. And I'm a skinny, bald guy, so there you go.
55 is great if I'm active, so not necessarily hard working but if I'm just sitting still, I will get chilly in 55. But if I'm walking or scouting, 55 all day, baby. You don't sweat, the bugs aren't as bad. It's just a good time.
I got to tell you, this new improved pump I got here with this different blood, I was cold all day today, 55 degrees.
Wow.
I got a vest on now, sitting here in my house.
Yeah, I was working outside all day and just had the t-shirt I got on underneath this one, and it was perfect, man. The sun was shining. It was perfect. 55, 56, something like that. Perfect.
Long sleeve shirt, t-shirt, and a vest, and I was still a little chilly.
Nice.
I said Rob had a hoodie on, the whole 9 yards. He was freezing cold, and I'm just doing what I do, man. I'm good.
I had the windows open in the house all day, front and back. Nice breeze blowing through.
Yeah, I made that mistake last night. I woke up, the floors were so cold in the house. Oh my God. I got hardwood floors. They were cold. It was, like I said, 41, 5 o'clock this morning.
There's Pastor. Good evening, Pastor. Glad you're here. So Abigail moved from Florida up north. Maybe she's just visiting. Are you just visiting, or are you moving up
It
there?
sounds like she's just bouncing all over.
I think
Yeah.
she said previously she was moving. It was her last time in wherever she was, Illinois maybe or somewhere.
She was living in Florida. I'm not sure if she's moving somewhere or not, but
There's Sharinda.
You coming on here tonight?
come on, Sharonda, get your butt in here.
Miss Pink Shears.
So I need to talk to her about something. One of the things we talked about both on the after chat last week and when we were on our trip is having a ladies' night. Whether we're talking about hunting, shooting, or reloading.
I'll put a wig on. We can all just hang out.
Okay, so Abigail said she did move. So, Abigail, where'd you move to?
I think she said Minnesota.
Yeah.
So you bounced all over
From
in the
North
chat.
Dakota.
So I just want to make sure. Because she bounced all over in the chat. She was here, there, and there. So
I'll tell you
Pastor-
what, Mark, I'll get a good wig too. I think the Halloween store is open now. I'll give me like a Billy Bow Bob, redneck mullet. Looking
So
like
then
that.
I thought, I'm sorry, Gene.
Not
Sharonda wants a link.
I thought I sent her a link.
She
One
probably
link,
checked her email.
one link coming up. I did send her a link.
She's slacking. That's all it is. Slacker. Quit being a slacker, Sharonda.
Oh, Critter's got a new 1911 coming.
Ooh.
So I got something in the works coming up here. So for those of you out there that were following the whole Willie Bullet man that we did, and there's the other side for those of you that haven't seen it. But I'm going to build a dedicated rifle just for this for Willie, and it's in a caliber that Willie loved. And Willie really wanted to make it happen. So, as much as I'm not a fan of it, I'm going to build a 350 Legend.
Whoa.
And it's just for Willie.
Nice.
Well, you know my history with the 350 Legend and with Willie.
Everyone has had a hard time with 350 Legend. It's been a up and down caliber. But Willie was a big fan of it. Willie wanted to make it work. And I could not think of a more fitting caliber to put that on than a 350 Legend. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to build a dedicated rifle just for Willie.
How cool is that? And I took my 350 Legend up to Dead Zero and we shot it. And first day we were like getting 1-inch groups at 50 or 60 yards, and the next day the blame thing wouldn't even function.
That was weird.
Yeah,
In that 60-yard bay, man, we were we were knocking the hole out of the hole.
Well, we had factory ammo too, or copper jacket, didn't we?
I don't
we
know
had
what.
those. Hold on. Good evening, Mr. Chico Wise. Welcome to the stream, and we're going.
Howdy.
Chico, what's up, brother?
Hey, Chico.
Hope he's not having trouble.
What's going on, guys?
Howdy, howdy.
There he is.
What's going on, man? How's everybody doing? Yeah, it sounds like let me go
There's
check
somebody
something. I'll be
else
back.
down there.
What's up, gentlemen?
There's my girl.
How y'all doing?
Miss Sharonda.
Missing you.
Wait, where's the camera?
Yeah.
Good deal. Full house.
It's doing quite well, Michael. I've got to get it out, and I got to play with it.
What's up with the sunglasses? Scottish American, a little hungover. Kinda
No.
hot eye.
So So, Surrender, you know that StreamYard has this big ass white screen. Well, I had eye surgery here, I don't know, what, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's really bright and bothers me. So,
Uh-huh. Or are we just getting older? And
well,
the
that too.
glare from the monitors bother
It's a bit of both. It's very bright and the glare, so we're just rolling with the sunglasses.
How y'all been doing?
We've
Great.
been doing good.
Right.
What about you?
Real good.
Same. Great. Always could be better.
So, did you hear Chico Wise won a AR-15?
Of course, he texted me when he won it, and I'm still waiting for the picture of him shooting it, holding it, or something.
So I haven't shot it yet. Anybody don't know, but I did post on my community tab pictures of it because
I seen
I
it.
haven't got to the range with it yet.
Yes, Mr. Gabriel. I ride a 2012 Harley Heritage Softail Deluxe.
Deluxe.
Oh man,
Oh, that sucks.
I'm looking for settings. I wouldn't mind making it go dark. I'll work on that for you, Scotsman.
See, I was trying to figure that out too, and I was looking to see if there was a way to make it black, and I'm not finding nothing.
I think there is. I'm pretty sure there is. I thought
It's
we found
probably,
Can you just enlarge the screen to get rid of the white border and side chat, or do you have to have the side chat up?
Well, the whole thing's still white all around it. It's just very bright. That's the problem.
that's probably a $40 upcharge fee.
Even when you try to blow it up and you try to get the screen as big as possible, you still have
Oh.
quite a lot.
That's
of white
weird.
on it.
Because I got nothing but y'all's pictures on a grid now, but I can't see the side chat. So
right. If I do it, that's what I get. I need to leave the side chat open, but
I'm not sure what button you're hitting because
down in the right hand corner of all of us, so right on Mr. Hot Pot there.
it's invisible until you hover over it.
if I expand it, it just opens everything up, but it's all still huge white border. So I'm not sure what you're hitting.
I don't have a white border at all.
Hover over Mr. Hot Pot down in the right hand corner. You should bring up 4 corners like old.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh,
Okay. No, I got that now, but now I can't see the side chat.
All right, that's the downside. Yeah. I usually use my phone to look at the side chat, but have the volume off, obviously. Anyway, whatever. That's one workaround.
She says don't offer one, but I could have sworn I saw one.
Samson has that. Well, they all got the dark mode, depending on what your system is.
Yeah, I was trying to see if StreamYard had the dark mode, and I kept looking and clicking on different things and looking, and they don't have it.
Okay, Critter, I'll buy it. What's the one more lever action you're going to buy?
Besides, I look better with sunglasses on anyway. No one wants to see this shit.
I see that beard's coming back in.
Yeah, slowly but surely, it's getting there. I don't know why it's taking so damn long, Sharonda.
It's your punishment to let you know not to do that crap again.
Exactly, it is. It is. I'm being punished for it's exactly what it is. I'm being punished.
I think it has to do with diet and age and all different kinds of things, because I know mine's grown differently through the years.
And that's part of it, I'm balding pretty damn good, and it's starting to affect this too. It's not growing as fast.
Well, it stops on the top and it comes out the eyebrows and the ears and the nose. That's the way it works.
Howdy, Gunpowder Beauty.
The good thing is,
I've definitely noticed the nose hairs are getting longer. I've definitely noticed that.
There's Big E.
The good thing is, Scotsman, the sunglasses cut down on the glare.
Well, I got to try and help you guys somehow.
He's the cool kid.
I mean, come on. I look badass, right? Come on.
All right, so that's what Critter's after, a Rossi in 45 Colt.
I pick
pretty
up
one.
my new lever gun Monday.
Uh-oh.
What'd you
What do you
get?
get?
Oh, Henry 45 long Colts.
There you go.
Nice.
Do they have options? I mean, different models?
They had one in stock. That was it. That's all they could get from their distributor. 45 long Colts are hard to find.
Mm-hmm. You get a side gate?
It's side and tube load.
Yeah, I think they do that now.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
You'll see it. The wood on it and the grip on it. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
do
the
nice work.
texturing on that grip and on that wood is wonderful.
So we got a question here. Abigail, that is what that cartridge was designed for. It was designed for states that have a straight wall cartridge. In other words, you can't use bottleneck rifle cartridges. And it was designed by Winchester, I believe, to fill that void. And where they went wrong, though, is they made it a 355, 356, basically a 9 millimeter diameter barrel instead of a 357, which would have opened up so many more bullet designs. Of course, you can do like me and CW basically do. We just size those nice 358 bullets down to 356 and load them anyway. But they have two loadings. Winchester has a 145 grain, which is basically a target load, a practice load. And then they have a 180 grain soft point that is designed to hunt deer. And
They actually got a few more too, Jay. You just don't find them everywhere. They've got a subsonic loading, and they've got a bonded. I think it's a 160 bonded. So they've got at least 4, if not more, loadings. Winchester and Federal's got a couple, and then there's a couple of boutique loaders that load for it. So there's quite a few loadings out there nowadays.
those are the only two that I'm familiar with. But that's going to be my short range gun this year for deer season, if I can make it run.
Big E's out there and talks about a 454 Casull lever gun. It's on my list, man. Bighorn Armory makes some really nice lever guns.
You got deep pockets.
And 454 Casull's on my list, but their starting price is $2,500. So yeah, deep pockets is yeah.
For a lever gun,
They're nice. They're really nice, but
They're really nice, but their starting price is $2,500.
Yeah.
Wow.
dang.
there's Big Al. So now that he's here, I'm going to. We need a quick fashion show of this
For my brother, Big Al. Thank you,
for
brother.
this complete abomination that's going on here.
Dude, I'm not a sports fan, but Big Al sent it to me, and I love Big Al, and I appreciate him, and thank you.
I don't have a problem with Oklahoma, man.
Good enough in my book.
If it wasn't from Big Al, I wouldn't be wearing it. So that's all there is to it.
Yeah, I've got what happened. CW, those bullets that you sent me that were like the ones that Charlie Brastuffer sent me, except for they were hollow point. I loaded them up, and apparently I got them just a little bit too long because they wouldn't function in the AR.
Mm-hmm.
And I loaded up my 359 hammer with the Penta hollow points, and it's just a little bit lighter. That seems like the bullet you sent me with the hollow points is like 185, 190, somewhere around in there, and then the 359 hammer with the hollow points like 160, 165. But the hammer is more of a semi wad cutter design, and the bullet you said more of a round top design. Well, I think I have one of each right here handy, so we could talk about that.
Yeah, let me pop you up.
But I can't find the round top. I'll go get the loaded ammo and show you. But the weird thing about it was, after we shot both loads of the factory ammo worked great the day before, and and it was doing the same. That at the rifle range that day. Uh, this is the 359 hammer. Of course, this is a cull. It's not been. It's got that particular one right there is the big hollow point, which would mushroom beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I got them too long. They just didn't function in the rifle. But after that, we tried the factory ammo again, and it wouldn't feed. So I may have something stuck in that chamber, something stuck on the feed ramp or something like that. I'll take it apart tomorrow. And
That was my thought. Yeah,
I was gonna say it's probably the feed ramp.
put a brush in that chamber and see what you get out of there.
My opinion, I don't like the feed ramps. They're regular M4 feed ramps.
Well, there's been a lot of talk about that, especially with the 450. They widen up those feed ramps, and the people have started doing it, manufacturers, with the 350 now, because they're just not as pointy a bullet. You just those little bitty feed ramps, the M4 feed ramps, they can be problematic with that big fat bullet.
I'm not
Kicks
going to
it
tell
up,
you.
it scratches the lead.
I'm not going to tell you what I'm sending you, Mark, but you may have to work on the feed ramps. You'll figure it out when you get it. You'll figure it out. I had enough trouble getting the parts to make this thing happen that I just said, screw it. I'm going to pass it on to someone else who will appreciate what it is. And you were the first person that came to mind.
I'm getting excited.
Because you, my brother, like me, love big Boar. And so I'm sending you a big Boar.
Uh-oh.
Took me a while.
Challenge accepted.
You will love it, brother. It's coming your way soon. Just shoot me your address. I just want to make sure, because I have all kinds of mixed information on my phone and shit.
Yep.
So,
yeah. You know me, I love to tinker, and I will figure it out. So
if the feed ramps need work, you'll figure it out real quick. So
it took me a while to get the 450 to run, but I can't blame anybody really. I had kind of shot myself in the foot in a couple of places, and choices that I made and things that I picked up. But once I got everything done, and then I made a big stupid mistake, was the wrong spring. I had a carbine spring in a rifle tube, and it just didn't quite do it for all the loads. But once I got a proper magazine, because with the 450, if you're problematic at all, you're going to really see it with the wrong magazine. You really need to tailor your mag for that big fat bullet.
Yes, sir.
But once I got through that, it runs really good now.
All right, let's address Fuzzpark's comment about so many guys reload without doing a function test to see if it chamber properly. Why is that? Since they have a firearm nearby. So I'm not sure exactly why there's not more doing function checks, but basically the way I do things is I make a dummy round, and that dummy round gets tested to make sure it's going to chamber right and eject properly. And if you are a reloader, that's exactly what you should be doing. You should be making a dummy round, checking your lamps, making sure it's going to chamber properly, and making sure it's going to inject properly.
Eliminate those variables. Exactly.
2 seconds of your time and set you on the right path.
Okay, let me explain. I was late. Okay, I'm reloading this ammo. My gun's in the trunk of the car. I was supposed to have left at 3:00. It's
He said, "Let
5:30,
me explain. I didn't know he was going there."
and I'm still
Wow.
loading. And I seated it down to the crimp groove, and I went to Tennessee. Okay,
Oh,
so yeah, you're right. I deserve what I get for that, and I'll take the blame for it. Yeah, I agree, CW. I'm chasing down comments that I'm trying to post up there for people to see, and you guys are.
Let's give a quick shout out to the side chat because we're rocking right now in the side chat. There's a lot of people out there, and we appreciate you guys, and we want to make sure you know you're appreciated. So we do appreciate you jumping in. We appreciate the comments. If you're missed, we apologize because trust me, it moves fast. We see it all the time on foreign and domestic and many other chats. The side chat's just rocking, so it's hard to keep up sometimes.
Okay, so Fuzz, kiss my grits.
I'm sorry. What are grits?
Bless his heart.
There you go.
Okay,
Bless your heart, son.
I know, right? Y'all type in 350 and I'll call your name on the air. There's Chico's back with us.
there he is.
Had to steal some of that bandwidth, did you?
Hey, I had to take devices and stuff like that.
How many devices is that kid running now?
So he's got a smart TV because we don't do regular TV. So the reason he's got a smart TV because he'll burn the batteries out in like the tablet, but he's got a phone since he started school this year. So he's got a phone, he's got an iPad, and he's got a smart TV. So, but he's been on restriction for the last 3 weeks. He hasn't been able to use the tablet or the phone except for like to call me when he gets out of school.
Why you
got a
baby
story
hate?
for you.
And he
Chico,
came off restriction today, so he was giving it all the bandwidth.
Why you hating on that baby?
Chico, you want to say hey to everybody who typed in 350 over there? Or you want me to do it?
No, hold up. Let me see if I do it, and we'll find out if I'm buffering or not. So, or roboting. So, I think the first one. Let me go to my phone real quick.
First one was Paul Loud.
Paul Loud. Oh yeah. Let me scroll up. Boom, boom, boom. Paul Loud. We got Mike Hester, Mark Thomas, Tommy Boy, Michael Dunn, 6-shooter Texan, Chris from the 740, D'Angelo, Andre D'Angelo, Corners and Doors. We got Georgia Trapping and Fishing, Tactical Foot, Trees the Blowing, Barbie Barlow, Tree Fitty says 10 Man, Lakeview Outdoors, Abigail, DSC Z52, Big Al, Big E, TMS says 350 and a half. Reloader 762. What's up, brother? Chris 338. G20. Nope. G23 didn't act right. 357. G23 said 454. Hill Parker said 357. Idaho Rogers. BPJ. Javi's Hobo. And thanks for the wrenches out there who caught the troll.
G23 got it. I was trying to. He beat me.
Vanessa Kitty Rawlins is out there. Papa's Place. And Mark Thomas.
So everyone out there, I want you to call out Delta Sierra Charlie Zulu 52. He needs to make a video. He got his dust cover. He needs to make a video.
Oh, most certainly.
Yeah, where it's at.
Come on, boy. Make a video.
Bring it. Let's go.
I made mine.
Anyone else out there who received their dust covers and you haven't made a video, please make a video. Willie's watching, man. Well, he's up there. He's watching.
We want to see these prizes in the hands of their new homes.
We want to see them and the people who deserve them, the people that have earned them, the people that have stepped up to the plate and dedicated and helped out a family in need.
Yeah, and I don't know if y'all see my message in the side chat earlier when I started roboting. So I didn't get to make a video yet, but I did put a community post in the community tab. So I showed pictures of the rifle the day I got it or the day after I got it. So I will make a video here soon.
Here's Walter. Mr. Walter Bunning.
There's Harm.
Harm was here real early.
Walter Bunning said he made a video.
He did.
Walter, I sent you a link.
There's been a few videos so far, but I know there's a bunch of folks that got them. So if you're out there, make a video, please. We want to see the videos. It's not for us, not just for us. It's for Willie, man. You know.
And I seen some videos and didn't comment, so I apologize.
We all did this for Willie. Jamie stepped up to the plate and took charge of this and did the most. And we appreciate Jamie for everything that he's done. And he's going to turn around and tell you he didn't do a damn thing and this, that, the other, and he's full of BS. I'll tell you right now, because I know exactly how he is. He's exactly like me. And so I know he's full of BS. He stepped up and did more than most will ever do. And to Jamie, we appreciate you, brother. We love you and we thank you. And if you guys out there receive something as a prize for helping out and doing what you did, please make a video. It's for Willie, it's for all of us. We can all see this and we can all appreciate the things that you've done and say thank you to you for everything that you stepped up to do as well.
Appreciate the kind words, man, but I just try to do for Willie, and you know, I've been blessed so much because of this. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, when Gene conspired against me to make a video giving me a Heritage Rough Rider, I mean, it was about all I could do not to break down. But
you know, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I'm glad he did. I'm glad he did, and you deserve way more, man. You do, and don't tell me you don't. And if you ever say you don't, I swear to God, I'm gonna put your words back on you because you keep telling me the same damn thing. So I don't want to hear it from you.
Thanks, Tim S. You guys are way too good to me. That's all I can say.
You reap what you sow, Jamie.
Yeah, you know, I was once told this by someone. I'm not gonna say who. But I was told if someone wants to give you something, accept it and don't deny them the pleasure of giving it to you.
Yeah, I heard that
You've been
somewhere.
told that a bunch of times.
And I'm not sure exactly who that was. But that particular person has no ground to stand on at this point in time. So, yeah.
Trying to give you a wet willy, ain't he?
Yeah, he just needs to be careful which finger he's using. You guys are awesome. Y'all the ones that did it. I mean, we need to have a wrap-up show. There's two shows we're going to be planning here. We're going to have a Willie Bullet Man wrap-up show where we release the numbers as to how much was given, how much we spent getting prizes to people, and how much is going actually to the family. And I've got to balance the books before we can do that. We have already sent Willie's family over $2,000. And as soon as I get everybody's prizes to them and get the accounts closed down, she'll be getting the rest. And it's a sizable chunk, and she needs it. So I need to hurry up and get that done. And I
Well,
will be.
I'm going to throw this out there too, Jamie. So just so you guys know, we're also going to have a special giveaway for everyone who is involved and all of those that donated and everyone out there supporting and being a part of this and helping Willie and helping Willie's family. I have something special in the works. So stay tuned. Hot Pot has a good idea of what I'm talking about. But I have something special in the works, and I think you guys will like it. And I'm going to have two put together. So there'll be two different things, the same thing, different thing given away.
How can it be the same thing and a different thing?
Same, only different.
Oh,
Yeah.
same thing, different color?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you get that, Kyle? Come on, man.
Come on, Kyle.
Come on,
Stick,
man.
stick with it, man. Come on.
So
Slow down on the frog legs, Kyle. All right,
Slow down on the what?
on the frog legs, because man, your mind's just hopping all around.
he is jumpy, ain't he? Big Al was asking me what size OU shirt I wear, and I told him a 2X, but I wouldn't be wearing it on Saturdays, and I hope he can understand what I'm talking about. And I'm sure he would. So you want to freak somebody out, walks. So y'all remember back when Duck Dynasty was the thing? Y'all remember when Duck Dynasty was very popular? Well, I had a couple of probably three Duck Dynasty T-shirts, and I wore one to work one day during the summer, and went down to get my work orders down at the maintenance office, and the lady there says, "Oh, I like that shirt. I like that. I've been wanting me a Duck Dynasty shirt." And I said, "Well, uh, I got another one. I got another shirt in my shop. I'll be back in a few minutes." So I went and changed shirts and took her that T-shirt. She dang near cried. I mean, she literally cried right there at work. So you'll never go wrong helping somebody. You won't.
No, and that's exactly it. And when it comes back to you, Jamie, you take what you're given and you damn well accept it.
This is my thinking. And, I've been active in my church and been on a lot of mission trips and stuff like that. And this is where the sentiment came that I shared with Scotsman. I was always the ones going and trying to help people get back in their houses after hurricanes and this, that, and the other. And, uh, it does walks. So, then I got hurt, and some guys came over from my church and did for me, and it felt really weird. I mean, I'm like, no, you can't do this for me. I'm the one that goes and does help for people, not the one needing the help. And then it was like the Lord during my quiet time. Uh, the Lord just said, that blessing you get when you go help somebody, and I'm like, yes. And it's like he said, well, don't be robbing other people of that same blessing. And it humbled me, and I've had to live that.
You humbled me with that statement, and it at first I'm like, how am I supposed to take that? And then when I sat back and I looked at it for a second and I thought about it for a minute, that's when it humbled me. And it's like, you're right. It's not about me, it's about the people that are appreciative of the things that we have done. And I shouldn't be selfish in turning around and saying, no, I don't deserve this. I don't want this. It should be accepting that the fact that the people out there that support us are helping everyone else out there want to pay it back. And that took a lot from me. Um, it took a lot from me. I'm not someone who turns around and says anything in regards to feelings or anything of the such. Um, if you guys know me personally, I don't do feelings a whole lot. I'm really not that guy. The way I was raised, the way I was brought up, feelings don't come into play. Um, and then you throw in the various things that I've dealt with over my life and the various things that I've learned over my lifetime. And some of you may out there will say, well, you're still young. Well, yeah, I'm young in some regards to a lot of you, but I still learned a lot over the years. And the stuff that I've learned over the years has put me in a certain direction. And most people will never understand the direction that I go. And that's okay.
Chico old.
I am old.
Scotsman, we love you for you. That's it, man. We love you for who you are.
I'm just a regular guy, dude. That's it. I'm just a regular guy who happened to come across one of the greatest communities that exists and happened to stumble upon this and stumble upon some of the greatest people I've ever met and known in my life, and proud to know.
Well, I think it's a step beyond that.
And for me, it's, and I said this before the chat too. I was talking to CW before any of you guys jumped in here. A lot of you guys encouraged me to be a citizen, to jump up and step up to that point, and to make that step. And so I went from the crazy Scotsman to the Scottish American because of you guys. You guys really inspire me. You guys are out there and you guys make it what it is. And I'm proud to be here and I'm proud to be an American. Ozark, I'm not going to apologize for the shirt, brother. It was sent to me, and I'm going to cherish it because it was sent to me. So I'm sorry.
There's Ocean. I remember back when I first got into this community, and I think Scotsman has gone a long way in cultivating the tribe as we know it now. And I've tried to help, and we've tried to help here on Georgia Shooting Connection as much as we can. But y'all are a blessing. Y'all really are. And we just thank y'all for coming hanging out with us on Friday nights. So there's Ozarks out there. We got Ocean come in. Chris from 740 still there. Vanessa Kitty. Enough of this mushy stuff. Let's talk about guns, reloading.
Well, I got something to say. I was going to do a live unboxing from the Willie Bullet Man giveaway. Do you want me to make a separate video, or do you want me to do it on here?
Well, put your camera up. Let's go. Come on.
I was just
let's go. Come on.
Well, I'm not right there right now.
Oh, are you fixing to do this, Kyle?
No, give me a minute.
Come on, man. Let's do it. Guys, I'm not trying to be emotional because I'm not an emotional guy, but I'm just trying to let you guys understand that this community is something else. You guys always step up to the plate.
Bullshit.
Get him, Dilly.
There is nothing better than shared emotion among our tribe. That's why we are all so
excuse you.
Mark Thomas, as a famous member of the tribe, once said, "If a guy's going to be live on the internet, he probably should have pants on."
Well,
that a shot at me?
That or a kilt. At least have a kilt on.
I'll never forget that. And the timing was impeccable, Scotsman.
You got to have a kilt at least.
And that statement was followed by, "All right, we are live." I wish Michael Hurtneck was out there. I would tell him about the rifle I sent to him today. We've only got, as far as I know, we've only got one outstanding gift left.
No, I still owe Chapin, who hadn't contacted me, some magazines, and Chico needs to run up to my house.
Yep, and Rollins stuff is in the mail. He'll probably get it either tomorrow or Monday, maybe. I've been in contact with him.
Kyle, I'll send you Chapin's information. You can contact him.
Okay, that'll work.
Mike Haster, the Rebel. No, I do not, brother. No. Don't. If you really want to know the stuff that I read and the things that I look at, ma'am, I'm a philosopher. I actually write too. A lot of you guys don't know I write. I'm actually a philosopher.
Is that what you call it?
What's your pen name?
Probably some smart
Maybe
ass.
I've read some of your stuff.
I've actually, so they're not published yet, but I actually have wrote 2 books. So if you guys are interested in reading any of my stuff, let me know, and maybe we'll make something happen to where you guys can read that. But I actually have wrote 2 books.
You may not have to work 2 jobs. Put them out there.
I work 3 jobs.
Put them books out there. You might be surprised.
Yeah. I've read Thoughts of Old Soldier and even gifted a couple of his out on Amazon.
Yeah, I'm working on trying to get them put together to where I can put them out on the internet and publish them and all that. But yeah, if you guys are interested, let me know and we'll make it happen.
We just said we're interested.
So
Red Raiders.
Red Raiders out there, and Ozark, I'll be in touch with you.
Big Al, I'm not in Hustler magazine, man. I might look like a hustler, but I'm not a hustler. Damn.
Apparently, Ocean, nobody's in control tonight.
All right,
So,
y'all ready to do this?
Come on, let's do it, Kyle. Let's do it.
All right.
Well,
I've got something that I'm not going to say was shipped to me, but it was shipped to me, and anybody that reloads knows what this sound is.
Yes.
Okay. That was what I got in the giveaway, which is extremely substantial. What he sent to me, in addition, that I was not prepared for and was not expecting. Let me seal the bag back up. No, I won't seal the bag back up. I mean, this right here is America. We have some beautiful, I think they're 44s. Red, white, and blues. Hang on.
Oh, yeah. Look, come on. Get them in focus, man. Come on.
Where's the white one? There.
Holy crap, Kyle. Come on.
Fingers
dude.
in the way now.
Fingers.
Get your shit together, boy.
There you go.
Now you're cooking with gas.
About damn time.
Damn. I haven't measured them yet. I believe they're 44 mags. And we have the same here. with a beautiful. That was a Seiko mold. This is another Seiko mold, 124 grain, 9 millimeter. I can just tell by looking at it. Please hold. We're gonna
Get
do
him
this
right this time. Get
We're
him right
gonna do this in
time.
one take.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I was not expecting it, but I got a sack full of each of them.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
I
You
can't
know,
wait.
you know what that is, Kyle?
Sir,
You know what that is?
love.
That's America.
That's America. America in a bag.
That's America, motherfucker. That's America.
American Skittles.
I like that. American Skittles.
All right, can we do this now? So you got a bunch of bullets, huh?
Yes, sir. That I was not expecting at all.
Aren't those the best packages?
And I'm
You know,
excruciatingly
the
thankful.
best ones are red, white, and blue.
My man.
They really are. You know, we're dealing with a lot of stuff in this country right now. We're dealing with a lot of things that our wonderful government is pushing upon us. And I'll be careful what I say because I'm not trying to get this chat banned. But at the end of the day, guys, we all stick together and we all love this nation and we appreciate this nation for what it stands for. And God bless America.
We'll get through it. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time.
So those
That's what I
come
was
from
thinking,
Mr.
Ozark.
Junkie. I'm sorry, Mom. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just saying that's what I thought, Ozark. Nice white coating. I mean, that looked good.
So, Mr. Junkie, the question is, what is that white powder coat?
Powder coat gun. I don't know.
No, it looks like my results with Eastwood. Was it bright white or appliance white?
Oh, okay. Good to know.
I've got a couple whites that will coat good. It's not the coating that's really the problem. It's you got to be so clean with all your containers, all your sifters, everything, your tweezers, whatever, because it just picks up every little fleck of other colors in it. It makes it look dingy and nasty.
All right.
There's Preacher. What's up, Preacher?
Harold, how you doing, sir?
I know you don't like my cussing, sir, but other than that, you still like me. So I try not to cuss on this chat, but it happens.
I'm sorry, LBJ. I thought these looked like 44 Magnums. My eyes are recalibrating. And these are, you said 358s? These are going in 38 specials.
The 9s are sized to 358. He said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
The other ones are 454, 255 grain.
Yeah, it's some pretty nasty keyholes today. Talking about mill syrup stuff later on, I'll let you all know what I got today and what I come up with.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead. We're listening. We're at 9:02.
All right.
Halfway.
Don't stop there. Keep going.
All right. So I'm loading for my 1912 Mauser. It's a Modelo Chilean Mauser. And I dedicate brass to it. I keep the same brass with it, and I got it all marked. I'm trying to see how long it'll last. Light loads, heavy loads. Take care of your stuff, guys. It'll last a long time. But so Jamie sent me some 180 Lee. Don't know the number. One of you guys will rattle it off. But 180 grain Lee. Here's a pulled one. So I don't know what.
Okay, that's the Lee 358 180. Or let me see the top.
Yeah, it's got a little.
Flat. That's the Leaf 309 180.
309 180. That sounds right. But anyway, I was using unique powder out of the old Lyman, whatever that edition is, the 1970 something. And I did a whole bunch of those loads today, and those suckers were dead sideways on the target, so we'll have to revisit that. But I got some good groups. I'll have a video out later. I don't have the targets with me. They're locked up in the trunk. But, yeah.
Those bullets are long, and the bearing surface is not that great. So if you might need to slug your barrel, and you may have to powder coat them again.
It runs 309, but here's the catch. It's a Enfield 2-groove barrel, so I may just have to up the size to 310, 311 and see if I can push them through and, work up some loads without hitting pressures with that unique. So, but yeah, we'll get there. I just, funny, we were going to talk about milsurps, and I took them out today and had some pretty good groups in there. So,
You know what your velocity might have been, Mark?
negative. I don't have a chrono yet. I've got to get that because I'm missing out some stuff here. But
What's the caliber again? 308?
yeah, 308.
What was the charge?
15 grains of unique. Well, this was 14 and a half with that bullet, but some of it was 15, and some of the 120 grainers was 16 and 16 and a half grains for those loads.
Yeah, you might not have been. You might have been too hot. Not hot enough.
Okay, for that heavy bullet. Okay.
You got 2400?
No, I was using unique.
I know. Do you have 2400?
Oh yeah, I do. Sorry, I got you.
Try 2400.
Okay.
So, CW, real quick, and anyone else on there, real quick, piggybacking off of Mark's issue, what might be the main causes of a bullet keyholing? I'm sorry.
Generally, it's first one you look at is undersized, but it can be a whole bunch of things. It can be velocity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be a hardness. It can be a lot of things, and it can be a combination of things. But generally, the first thing you look at with a cast bullet is size.
Yeah, it's going to come down to either size, crimp.
What about barrel twist?
There's all kinds of things that come into play.
You generally are not going to have a problem with barrel twist. People get caught up with the barrel twist, and what you have to remember is it's impossible. It's physically impossible to overstabilize a bullet.
Okay.
Usually it comes down to either the size or your crimp.
You can understabilize it, meaning you push it really slow, or it's really, really long and you're not spinning it fast enough. But most firearms, it's going to be the other way around. You're going to be trying to push a really long, heavy bullet really slow, subsonic. That's generally what people find in problems with them, and that's when you find twist is a factor. But generally, 1 in 10 that you're going to find with most calibers, you're not going to have it's not going to be a twist problem as long as you're in the velocity range, even close to the velocity range of factory.
So addressing Red Raider's comment, yeah, if you're out there and you're trying to do certain things, absolutely video what you're doing, because when you video it and you can see it and play it back, you have a better opportunity to understand what's going on.
So let's expand on that crimp. I have a little experience without crimp, with crimp, stuff like that. But I did have a question according to that too. When you crimp with a pistol powder, are you going to benefit from it as much as you would from a slower burning rifle powder? Because, you know what I mean? Let's elaborate on the crimp a little bit on why that may affect.
Well, when you get a really soft bullet with a really firm crimp, you can actually be resizing your bullet, which is an oversized bullet going down your bore, causing instability and leading and a whole bunch of other problems.
Sure. And you can, well, we talked about accidentally swaging a bullet if your brass is tight and a little soft. Yeah, okay, I get that. I just wanted to open up the discussion a little more on the crimp because you're in one little area versus, this long old bullet. By the time you take out the lube grooves, there's not a whole lot of bearing surface without a gas check on that bullet. So that makes some sense.
Yeah. And that's what I believe the problem with that Lee 230, that missile, the Elvis missile.
Okay.
That's what I believe is the issue there, is the bearing surface is so short on that bullet. If you look at it, you think about what it is. It's got that long boat tail.
Sure.
And it's just very short. And it's pretty small. It's a 309. So that's my theory with it. Some guys can make it shoot. Most of the guys that make it shoot are shooting it as cast, which is going to be as fat as can be. So, lends itself to that size.
Yeah. And to Walt Fletcher's comment, a while back, the first time I heard about that 2400 being used in those old mill serps, 16 grains average, in your number 2 case head or your 472 case head, that was a good number for a wide range of loads, from Mosin to 308 to
2400 is an awesome.
It is.
So is Unique, but I use Unique more with the pistols and 2400 more with the rifles.
2400 is one of my favorite powders. Unique is another one of my favorite powders.
Yeah.
Both of those right there are ones that if you don't have them, go get them. I'm telling you right now, you have to have those in your stable if you're going to be a reloader.
Today was the first time I had used Unique because I even did a challenge between Cranky and James Pollard's cast loads that were really close to each other in dimensions and stuff. So I hadn't tried the Unique, and every time I started to use Unique, I'd fill that case up with 12 to 15 grains, and it just scared me with that flashover situation. But I've overcome that, and we all know we can use that load. So it looks a little goofy down there, but it works. It's fine.
So I'll say this: if it's one thing to be scared of a load, but unless you're really compressing that load, I wouldn't really be afraid of it. Right. So I mean, and if you're not familiar with compressed loads, we're talking about where the bullet's actually hitting on the powder and you're pushing down on the powder.
Varget loves crunchy loads.
You don't want that to happen.
Most extruded are okay with compressed loads.
Sure. Well, I was on the other end of the spectrum, Scotsman. I was talking about the real little case volume versus, powder at the bottom. Once in a blue moon, you'll hear about the flashover situation. That spooked me a little bit, so I jumped into 2400 before I jumped into Unique. Just me, and that's not anybody else. It's just what I experienced. But
I got you. 2441 mag or 44 mag is the best powder you can use.
Yes, 4227 is also an excellent powder for 44 mag. At least with the Rossi cast bullets. What you got, Jamie? Can't hear you, boss.
The dogs were barking. I put it on mute. Back a little ways ago, somebody said 5744 Tommy Boy.
Yeah, Tommy Boy. That's a good powder. I like it.
Yeah, it's in that old book too.
That is accurate powder, and it is the exact same powder as Shooter's World Buffalo Rifle. So if you can't find 5744, but you can find Buffalo Rifle, try that. Start low and work up, and should work out.
Chico, I don't know if you saw Fuzz's comment, but Fuzz commented and asked you about those molds you won.
Those molds got given away to Ocean's 374 once he won the A2 rifle.
Yeah, so first, Fuzz, I was picked for the molds, but the rifle superseded the molds. Anybody would be crazy like, yeah, give me those molds. So it got redrawn or something, right? To Ocean.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, and Ocean made that video today. Sorry, Ocean, I did not comment. I watched it on my lunch. And we are busy with this Cat
It's flying.
69.
It's flying.
G23, thanks again, brother, for the wrench, man. You out there knocking them out. But yeah, Fuzz, Ocean made a video on those modes today, and I think those modes were donated by Walter, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
Walter
Yep.
Bunning, yes.
I want to make sure I give the credit to him.
And I want to say this to everyone out there, you guys that are watching. So many of the guys that even won the prizes were guys that put so much into this already. So they not only donated money, they donated prizes to the things that you guys out there have won. And to me, personally, that just puts them at a different level. It's when we're dealing with things like this, it's a whole nother realm. And again, I'm not a big feelings guy, but
Quit it.
I'm not. Shut up. I'm not. But I will say this, and I mean this when I say this. You guys out there have put me in a different realm when it comes to understanding of how people are. And I mean that with sincerity, because if it wasn't for you guys out there, you guys and gals out there, and I'm not just going to say guys, I'm going to say you guys and gals, because we have Sharenda and there's many others out there. If it wasn't for you guys and gals out there to step up to the plate and do the things you do, none of us would be in the position we're in.
Sure.
And we appreciate you for everything that you've done. And all the families out there that you've helped appreciate what you've done.
So Mr. Pollard's out there now, and lots of other folks coming in, and yeah, man, they never cease to amaze me. But let's talk about milsurps for a minute, then we'll get on to something else if y'all want. I have I own three, I think. I have a 8mm Mauser that I thought was a Yugoslavian, and then I think it was. I'm not sure who it was, but I think it was. I'm having a brain fart. Anyway, and as I got looking at it, he was right. The German Eagles were ground off of it. There's little flat spots in the receiver. So it was a Yugo captured German K98. And it said Model 98. It didn't say Model 48. If it was a Yugo, it would have probably said 2447 or a Model 48. And then I have the Finnish Mosin, the M39, which is a really nice gun. And I need to work with that some more. And I think both of those guns would be excellent cast bullet shooters. There's KFW. What's going on, man?
Howdy.
I just
Hot
looked in
shot.
the number 47, Mark, Lyman 47, and 15 and a half is only listed with one powder. Most of them are 13 and a half, and they're all knocking at 40,000 PSI. So that could be your issue right there.
Okay.
So, Fuzz, to answer that question, next time Scotsman gets in Georgia, the Lee scales will be bid a fund.
All right. So let me answer that question, Fudge. So my plan was to go to Georgia this year before the end of the year. However, I only have one more week off work. And so I'm actually taking that week and I'm going to go to Iowa. I'm going to go see Alan and Tack and Brenda and hang out with them for a week. But beginning of the year, everything renews, and I have 3 weeks off. And so we will figure out a good time, beginning of the year sometime, where I'll be going to Georgia, and we will make that happen. And when I go to Georgia, not only will we be going there to blow up some safety scales, I will be going there and picking up two very, very special Smith & Wessons
Oh man.
and 357 Magnum. And my brother, Jamie, has held these in his hand, and he knows exactly what I'm talking about. And you can tell he's jealous. You can tell he's got that in his eyes. He knows what I'm talking about. These are very, very special. A gentleman that worked for me for a couple of years when I was in Georgia, Smith & Wesson collector, just like myself, who helped me get into the Smith & Wesson Collectors Association and so on and so forth, cannot shoot pistols anymore. He's having problems with his hands. He's having some issues here and there. He can only shoot rifles and so on and so forth. And he has these two 27s that are pristine, and I mean pristine. And Jamie will tell you, absolute pristine. I'm not going to tell you how much you're going to pay for them because it's ridiculous, but it's worth it. And I wouldn't question him price-wise, whatever. I'm not going to question him one bit.
I mean, it could be worse. You could be sniffing lines.
I could be sniffing lines. And for as much as what I'm going to pay for these, I'd pretty much equate out. So,
Y'all say good night to Michael Dunn.
Night, Michael.
Night, Michael.
Mike Castle, they're beyond pristine. And they're a pair, and they are an elite pair. I'm going to say that. I'm not going to say they're a pair. I'm going to say they're an elite pair. And Jamie can attest to that because Jamie's seen them.
Not just that, he had a 29 that I fell in lust with in a presentation box with blue velvet, glass top.
Yep.
But I was a little bit out of my price range at the time. And
well, I'll tell you, man, if you're still interested, you're still selling. Again, at this point, he's not able to shoot pistols whatsoever, so he's getting rid of all his pistols. So we can always revisit that when I come out there.
so Jer Bear's got to go too. Good night, Jer Bear.
Jer Bear's having a giveaway. If you guys didn't see earlier in the chat, you mentioned that he's having a giveaway. Guys, go check that out.
Excuse me. So we're Miss Sharinda, we've been thinking and talking a little bit about doing a ladies' night. How would you see that coming off?
How many ladies do we actually have that listen in besides 4?
Well, we was hoping you to scout some down. Track some
I mean,
down.
I can scout some down, but you know what I'm gonna get? I don't know anything about reloading, so I don't think I'll be.
That's perfect.
All right. So here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this right here, right now, and you're gonna listen to me. So here's what we're gonna do, Sharinda. So when I come out there the next time, and I'll be out there sometime soon. When I come out there the next time, you better have some ladies with you, and we're gonna go to the range, and we're gonna
As
have some
long
fun.
as I know ahead of time, I can always find a cluster of hens
You find a
to go shoot.
cluster. You find a cluster. We'll go to the range. We're gonna do some different drills. We're gonna have some fun, and then we're gonna do some reloading too. We're gonna encompass the whole 9 yards.
Okay, well, I have to find somewhere to do some reloading because it's a. I'm gonna say this: it's a black people thing. We don't like everybody knowing where we lay our head at,
That's true.
so they can't come over to my house. Not all of them.
Well, all right. Look, here's what we can do. We can make it simple. We can bring a press with us. I can bring a press with me. We can make this happen real
Oh,
quick.
I got a press, and then I got some donated presses that I'm putting together for Wilderness. So there's at least 3 presses here.
All right. Well, that's all we need. We need a table and a press. That's all we need.
I got tables. The only thing I don't have is the stuff to do all the equipment to do rifle rounds because some of my stuff got damaged in the
All right.
flood I
Well,
had.
you text me and let me know what you don't have and so on and so forth, and we'll figure it out before I get there.
But I can say next week I am doing at our women's weekend. There was actually a couple of women that asked for reloading, so I am going to do a demo and have them load and go shoot them out at the Boy Scout camp that we rented for the weekend.
Well, that's perfect right there. Some of them women. See if they be interested in joining the live.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll ask. I know probably at least one, maybe one. We'll see.
Because look, Sharina, this is what we came to a determination. Most people, whether they're new or not, they're kind of a little apprehensive about asking questions. You know what I mean? Especially pertaining to reloading, because a lot of people don't want to seem like they're asking a stupid question. And we've said plenty of times there are no stupid questions. You know what I mean?
I mean, and you would think after hanging around with me, they'd have got over that crap a long time ago. Because I have zero cares. I don't care how dumb it sounds.
And
Here's
another
the
thing,
thing,
some people are camera shy. Some people are camera shy. So
when it comes to questions, it doesn't matter what the question is. Don't be afraid to throw that question up there. We don't have to throw it up on the screen. It doesn't matter. If you have a question, ask it. Any one of us, whether it's here on the panel or on the side chat, will help you.
Oh, please. I'll be in y'all cell phone. So y'all know I don't have.
You know, don't ever be afraid. Don't ever be scared of asking a question, and don't think it's a stupid question. When I first got into reloading, and I talked to CW before we even started this chat. You know, when I first got into reloading, I was dealing with CMAX arms, and CMAX arms helped me beyond help, and he didn't have to. He literally didn't have to. He sat on the phone with me for hours, walking me through the process. That's what we do. And any one of us here will help you guys out there if you're looking to get into it, if you have questions, issues, whatever. We'll help you. We don't care. It's not an issue for us to help you.
I'm working on it. We actually got a trailer. Actually, can I tell y'all a quick amazing story right quick?
Send it.
There's a young lady that is 13, and I just learned this is a big achievement for her. She is completing her Eagle Scout, and I don't know if I think it is Eagle Scout, her lifetime Eagle Scout, which I was told was young for someone her age. She surprised us with her Eagle Scout project of donating us a trailer and customizing it. So right when she got ready to raise funds, somebody in her Eagle Scout camp troop just donated her this awesome trailer. So now all she's doing is just customizing the inside. So that'll help out because then we'll have a reloading station built up in there. But how neat is that a young lady, 13 years old, chose for her project to be something to donate to a women's organization to use? I thought that was
Hopefully that sends a good message and people copy it.
Yeah, I was like, it was like, I didn't. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to see that young people are that considerate and think about the bigger picture of things, and that was pretty cool of her. And she won't let us help at all, which says a lot about her character to me too.
Sharonda,
Yes.
you know what I got?
Besides a cute little grandbaby.
Besides a cute little grandbaby who's in trouble because she's lying and deceiving her parents and her school teachers. So she is at home tonight and not here. And but we're taking her to the beach next weekend. So there's that. And Hasbro, yes sir, I did get those bullets yesterday or today. I can't remember now.
Hey,
are you ready, Sharonda?
I'm ready.
Okay, dude, I'm pissed off.
What?
Why?
No. Sharonda, I'm pissed because I shot the 1,000 yards and I got no damn sticker.
Was it your gun?
Yes.
Well, did you call and ask them for a sticker?
I need to.
Oh, damn. He's got two. Oh, dang, you and his wife has one. Look at that. Mrs. Hot Pot even has
one. They must have started these stickers after the last time we were there.
Yeah, they probably did.
You know what, Jamie? I'm hoping this time next year I'm actually hitting at 1,000 yards.
Well, Miss Sharonda, I got to tell you that Jamie did all the work. He's the one that walked it out there, got everything sighted in, and then invited me and Mrs. Hotshot over to try. So it was done with his rifle, his hand loads. So I felt very positive and secure sitting behind that and looking through that scope. I knew I'd hit it, and I did.
One of the greatest things for me, Hot was I walked out my 6.5 Creedmoor AR all the way to 1,000, and then I handed it over to Willie, and Willie shot it, and Willie hit 2 rounds right at 1,000 yards.
Good.
Yeah.
You guys seen?
That's going to put me down the rabbit hole now because now I'm looking at 6.5.
Well, like I said,
you guys seen?
I got some brass for you, brother.
Thank
you guys seen Cannonball Run?
Who hasn't?
All right, Mike. Yeah, Mike, we can make that happen, brother.
So there's a car in Cannonball Run, and it pretty much drives itself. Well, Gene has one of those cars, and it's pretty nice.
Had to bring the car into this, didn't you?
That's what I thought of that day was those 2 Asian guys in the Cannonball Run playing video games while the car is driving.
Okay, so we've had comments in the side chat about the car. Now we've had Mock talk about the car. What's the car? We're calling you out.
A Tesla? Somebody driving a Tesla?
Oh, hell no.
Oh.
No, it's gas. It's a gas-powered car.
The only car I know that drives itself is a Tesla. But come on, inform us.
Well, you can ask Mark and Jamie about that because there's other cars that drive themselves too.
It's I think it's a Hyundai Elantra.
Sonata SEL Plus. So it's got the highway drive assist, lane assist, adaptive cruise control, smart mode. It won't take a corner, just like a Tesla won't go around a corner. You know, you can't put it in completely autonomous mode. Well, this one runs the same way. It'll take curves through the roads on the highways, don't have to touch anything. I sit all the way back and just let it do its thing down the highway. 7-hour drive down to Spencer. I bet I didn't have my hand on the wheel more than 10 minutes.
Well, it's got basically a Chromebook size heads up display on the dash.
It does.
Oh, that's a neat car.
And the GPS runs off satellite. So if you don't have any signal in them mountains, man, I still had GPS everywhere we went.
Yep. It's pretty cool.
I rented a Mazda that had all that stuff. It was wacky. It braked. It did the brakes. It stayed in the line. It shook the wheel. It shook the steering wheel. It shook the dashboard.
Wake
No,
up.
mine
That
don't
normal?
do that. Mine just comes up on the dash that says keep hands on the wheel, and
Yeah, it starts that way. But if you ignore it or if you don't see it, it starts getting violent.
mine just
It vibrates your seat.
mine just turns red and
Yeah,
it
the dash.
screams at you.
The dash turned red. The steering wheel vibrated. The seat vibrated. It made sure you knew it was telling you something. But it would drive. It would drive. It would slow down. It would speed up.
Yeah.
It was pretty neat.
When you put it on a highway drive assist, what it does, it follows the posted speed limits. So
Yeah.
if you're doing 70 and coming to a 65 zone, it drops it down automatically for you.
As long as there's lines in the road, this one was good. If it no lines on the road, it didn't work so good.
I've actually found mine does catch the edge of the road between the asphalt and the grass, which is pretty cool.
What kind of car is this again?
A Hyundai Sonata.
Oh, the new models that they just dropped out this year.
That's a 2020.
Oh,
Mine was
okay.
mine was a couple years ago, so probably 2020.
Yeah, 2020. That was the first year of the new model, and all the safety equipment and all of the helper stuff. I love it. I love it.
The preacher wants us to discuss the Hornady podcast. Primed with a rubber mallet and super glued his bullets in, never sized the case.
I started watching it and turned it off for talking with Scotsman.
I think I can see good and bad in that. Eventually, you're going to have to size your case because they'll get to the point where they won't chamber.
I know enough cast bullet shooters that do that with handgun stuff, but with a rifle, you're talking about a lot more pressures, and you're right. You're going to have to size something pretty soon, sooner or
Oh,
later.
it was a 9mm. It wasn't a rifle.
Oh, yeah, you can do it a lot with a handgun, as long as as long as your bullets fit, your cases fit in the chamber.
See, Fuzz, that's one of the things I said when we were riding in that car. I said back on the cowboy movies, when the guys would get drunk at the saloon, they just get on their horse and say, "Take me home, Betsy," and the horse knew the way home, and all he had to do was stay in the saddle. Which, on some of the cowboy movies, that would have been fairly tough.
Yeah, they were sitting in my back seat talking like, "It's got all buttons. He doesn't need a key. It's driving itself."
Were they screaming, yeehaw?
I heard a couple slaps back there, but I did not turn around to see what was going on.
I'm being harassed.
Well, if you answer the damn question, you won't be harassed.
Just keep your skirt on, big boy.
I don't wear a skirt or a kilt.
Tomato, tomato.
Still waiting. Let's go.
Take me home, Betsy.
I said it 3 minutes ago, mister.
All right, there it is. It finally came through. I got it. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
I just wanted to make sure because I don't want to send it to the wrong place.
Walks. Lines on the road are just a suggestion.
Yeah, right.
The speed limit signs and all that till the law's around.
Well, if
So,
I
yeah.
send it to the wrong place, it might not be accepted. So, I got to be careful.
Yes, sir.
Well, I could see how reloading like that would last longer in a 9mm.
Mark Thomas, you're 100%, brother. You turn around and call a skirt, you're probably going to be 6 feet under. There
Yeah.
will be an unmarked grave, and I'm not going to say what your name is.
Scotsman, is there a photo of you floating around somewhere of you in full kilt mode?
Possibly.
I'll get with Alan. I'll find one.
I just thought about it. I've never seen you in a kilt.
Wasn't there like a
I have
you, Alan, and CB or something?
I have 6 different kilts, and I don't know. I actually don't know if there's actually a photo of me floating around or not, but you'll probably see her one pretty soon. So we'll leave it at that.
Just don't be jumping out of airplanes with it on.
I'm not jumping on no damn airplane. My feet stay on the ground.
Can I please get that text so I can save it as your contact photo?
Just be careful what you wish for.
So,
Don't bend
Gene-
over and take the picture.
Gene, what we were shooting that day was the Hornady 140 grain boat tail hollow point match. Hornady match. 140 grain boat tail hollow point. And the hollow points on those are just very, very minute.
Okay, I have to address a comment out there. Senior Master Sergeant Bulldog. Sir, how dare you? How dare you? I thought you were my brother.
No.
Now we got an issue.
Who's getting this?
They got the troll. Someone got it. G23.
G23 guy. Yes, Tim, 6'5" Creedmoor. It's my Ruger American Predator 6.5 Creedmoor. The reason I went with the Predator is because it has a heavier barrel. And I have a Magpul American Hunter stock on it, which is it's like a cross between a rifle stock and a chassis. It's fully free floated. And I have the Arkin SKG2 6x24.
Man bun Creedmoor.
Well, everybody can't shoot 30-06 all day, so.
Well, if I got a Creedmoor, since I'm not a man, what's it called?
You got me.
It would be called a good choice, Surrender.
It is a good choice.
The 6.5 rounds are just they're inherently accurate.
I've shot a ton of 6.5. I've shot a ton of it, and most of what I've shot is all factory. Out of a custom built AR 6.5. And I'll tell you right now, just with the factory ammo alone, I was super accurate. So I mean, I love the round itself. I mean, Jamie saw it, Willie saw it, Mark saw it. He was out there. He shot it too. It was all factory ammo, and we all shot 1,000 yards, no problem. And we walked it out there. I didn't know exactly where we were. We walked it out with the reticle.
The Hornady ballistic calculator works. It works, guys. You can download it for free.
I didn't have every line filled out with my measurements on a 30-06, but I put in numbers on 30-06 and printed out a dope sheet and they were within 2 to 3 inches center, walking mine 30-06 out to 1,000.
No, Mike, I didn't get a damn freaking sticker.
Hey, what we got to do to get this man a sticker?
Meet up at Dead Zero.
It's a little ridiculous, but that's okay, because I'm going to go hang out with Mike. I'm going to go hang with Mike. Me and Mike will do our thing, and Mike will get me a sticker. It's all good. I'm okay.
If you're going to see Mike, I'll meet you there.
Yeah, man. We'll definitely do that. So
First of the year.
So this particular year, I have one more week off. I'm going to Iowa for my last week off, and then beginning of the year, I have 3 weeks off for the entire year. So we'll figure that out. But 1 week will be Georgia, and so on and so forth. So we'll all make it happen.
Well, you all know I'm a fan of Monstrum tactical scopes. I've been running them for a while on several different rifles. Clear glass, great reticles. Never had a problem with them. So I found one. I found a 6 to 24 by 50 first focal plane, and the reticle system in it is phenomenal.
The Christmas tree? Oh. Huh.
It's a cleaned up Christmas tree.
No, I was looking at the one that Chris reviewed, potentially for something. I'm not sure, man, because I've not done a whole lot of LVPOs, so I'm not 100% yet, but he seems to like it. I trust his word, and it's a good option and a good budget price, so good potential.
There's a sighting in the side chat.
Yeah, this one runs 170. They've got another one you can step up. They got another model that runs, I think it's 230 for that one.
3, 2, 1.
Hey.
West Coast.
Gene, you probably want to look at a few scopes before you decide on one big like that. They can get pretty big.
Absolutely agree.
Well, I've already had one. I've already had one of those on my 308, and it was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Now they got Generation 3. The Gen 3 runs 250. I've already had them. I use them. I like Monstrum scopes.
No, I'm not talking bad about Monstrum. Just the power, the size, the class of that scope. It's pretty big. They can get heavy, long.
It's going to sit on a rest and shoot 1,000 yards.
Well, if you're building it just for that, you won't be so bad. But you're going to be limited if you're going to use it for much else up closer.
If you're going straight long range, I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm not going to hesitate one bit in saying this. You're going to spend money, but buy Zeiss. There's nothing better, period. You will spend the money, but you will be happy. I have a couple of different Zeiss scopes, and I've dealt with Zeiss over the years. I spent a lot of time in the business. Hell, we're talking 11, 12 years at this point of dealing with all this different things in the industry. Zeiss by far is one of the best scope manufacturers you'll ever see.
That ain't no lie, man, but they are. I mean, they're up there price-wise with.
You'll spend the money, but you're not going to regret it one bit.
Buy once, cry once.
There's also the fixed power Jamie put up there. 10 power is all you need. When you start
No,
looking at these big
that's a
scopes,
that's a Kyle comment. He
When you
likes those.
when you look at these big scopes, big variables, you got a lot of glass. You got a lot of glass in there. You got a lot of stuff you're looking through. You can get a clearer scope with a fixed power with those big powers, and you can get away with less magnification, doing the same thing, clarity, optical quality, and then you team that with a really really good name like a Night Force, a Zeiss, a Collis, or any one of them big name scopes. And Shepard makes a damn fine scope, but there's a lot of really good ones. Schmidt & Bender's another one. Paul says, yeah, you
Yeah.
definitely benefit from spending a little money in glass.
So I was on about 18 to 20. My scope is a 6x24, but like the guys are saying, I don't like it all the way up. It just seems like it blurs out at 24.
Yeah, it gives you that mirage, but I would rather have too much than not enough. You don't have to crank it all the way. I'm looking at another one that's 8 to 32, and it's like I probably never crank it up to 32, but I just don't max anything out. I try to keep everything within limits. I'd rather have it and not need it.
Well, that's kind of key, and it's a perfect opportunity to talk about something like this too, because now we're coming into hunting season as well, and you got to be understanding of your scope. You got to be understanding of what you're looking at when it comes to aiming at that deer.
Well, yeah, you're talking holdovers and stuff.
Yeah, you got to be understanding of what's going on. And a lot of folks, unfortunately, go buy a scope, get it mounted, have it sighted in, which generally is sighted in for 25 yards at a store, go out to the field and expect to hit dead on and never hit dead on.
No, never. While we were there, I pushed my AR-15 with a factory 55 grain, 600 yards.
I've always been a big proponent, and I've always tried to tell people whenever I've mounted scopes, and guys, I've mounted thousands of scopes. I couldn't tell you how many. I've lost count. I really have. And I'm not joking when I say thousands. I mean thousands. I've literally lost count. I try to tell people all the time, get out there, go to the range, work with it, and dial it in. Because all I'm doing here is putting it on paper. I'm saving you a box of ammo. That's all I'm doing. I'm saving you a box of ammo. And you'll get some people that will listen to that, but you'll get other people that will go right to the field and expect to hit a deer.
That ain't happening.
No.
Let me say this about my setup here. It is exclusively to take to dead zero or anywhere like that and shoot out to 1,000 yards and hopefully further eventually. One thing I love about that place is the little tablet they have beside you gives you your velocity. Well, at 1,000 yards, my hand loads are running out to 1,260 feet per second. So if I'm going to go much further than that, I've got to start over with my hand loads and work up to a faster velocity, because when you get a bullet transforming from supersonic to subsonic, there's all kind of weird stuff going on with there, and you'll never hit a target.
All right. So I don't know if you guys saw, but this past week, the longest shot record was broken. And if you guys have not heard this, I'm going to tell you right now, and I want you guys to listen very, very carefully. 744 yards.
How many shots he take? I haven't had a chance to read it yet.
69 shots.
How many times he hit?
1.
He didn't have to confirm it.
He hit it on the 69th shot.
Wow.
He had to shoot that into cruising altitude.
4.4 miles.
Yeah, 4.4 miles. Yep.
How much drop is involved with that round?
A shit ton.
So
You think?
would y'all call that skill
And
or
Jamie,
luck?
I'm sorry for cussing, but it's literally a shit ton.
Would y'all consider that skill or luck?
Both.
Because 69 shots seem a little excessive to me.
It's a little bit of both, Sharon. So basically, he's playing the scope and he's walking it up. So just like when I was out at Dead Zero, and we walked my 6.5 Creedmoor out to 1,000, we were taking the reticle. So I knew what I was at 100 yards on my reticle. And then I was going, okay, well, let me go here and see if I hit at 200 yards.
I was going to say, the spotter in that situation gets as much credit as the shooter.
Right.
That's period.
Yeah, it was a 50 BMG.
Right.
Oh, okay. So that
Because it's got the energy. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I
mean, all right. So, yeah, it took him 69 tries. And for me, personally, I'm going to go ahead and say that's kind of ridiculous that it took 69 tries and they actually gave him that title because he did it after 69 tries. If you're going for something like that, I think there should be some kind of standard put in place. And I don't think if you're trying to break a record, personally, in my opinion, I would say it should be 10 or less.
I think the round used in question for a record should still have the energy to do the job it was sent to do. And the size of the target should come into play. How big was his target?
They said the size of a full-size truck.
See what I'm saying?
It was big, man.
I mean, that's 4.4 miles. Your average shot in the battlefield was what? Way less than that, but you knew exactly what it was going to do, where it was going to go. That's where your skill comes in my opinion. But it's fun. It's not bashing it, just it's fun.
What scope was he using? Did it mention
G23, thanks for being on the ball out there, man.
He is on the ball.
We'll have to look that up, Sharenda. I'm not sure. I didn't catch all that.
I mean, regardless, it's a hell of a shot, guys. I mean, a hell of a shot.
Yep.
I mean, you're talking 7,744 freaking yards.
Well, you just heard my concern about maybe getting out to a mile and a half or a mile.
It's a real one. You want to stay supersonic.
You want to stay supersonic. But there's no way I can't see myself carrying this rifle deer hunting. I just can't see it because the way
you got your 270 anyway.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. So when it comes down to hunting and it comes down to that kind of things, we're all ethical shooters. And I hope people out in the side chat are as well. We're all ethical shooters. And what we mean by that, if you don't know, is we're not going to take a shot if we don't think we're going to kill the animal. We don't want to maim the animal and the animal run off and be in trouble.
Hasbro, I don't know if he used 270 or not, but if he didn't, he should have. He ought to.
But we always try to be ethical in what we do, and especially when it comes to taking an animal, we always try to be ethical in our shot.
Good point, Rollis. Good point. So we got to
Yeah.
start going through the room. We've let the time sneak up. Was you saying something? I'm cutting somebody off. I'm sorry.
No, I was
Jim?
agreeing. I was agreeing with Rawls. I mean, that's a long man. I don't care how big the truck was. 4.5 miles away.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's start saying goodnight to all these nice people out here. Chico, you the man.
Yes, sir. Hey, side chat. Thanks for hanging with us for another Friday night Georgia shooting connection. We appreciate all y'all, especially the like button. Y'all hit that. If you hit it 3 times, it only counts as one. Okay, but we really appreciate that. Good comments, good questions, good entertainment. What am I doing this weekend? Taking my son to the state fair tomorrow. Because my employer is doing our employee appreciation day there, and then Sunday I got a 2-gun match. So I had to turn my camera off because I was over here loading up some ammo. And I was going to take my 300 blackout, but I'm not confident with my loading in it at this moment. So I'm going to take Old Faithful. That's AR-15 and my competition rig, my CZ P10C with the optic on it. So that's it for me. I always skip one over. Mark, what you got going on this weekend?
Right on, brother. Good to see everybody. As the usual suspects on the panel. Sharenda, it's always awesome to see you, and thank you for coming on tonight. Looking forward to your season this year. Keep us posted. You guys just their season's coming up. Get out there, have some fun, shoot some guns. Remember, we all have something to learn, and we all have something to share. Take it away, Scotty.
Oh, damn. Well, great chat. Lots of good conversation out in the side chat. Appreciate y'all out there. Smash that thumbs up. We all appreciate it. I'm glad I could be here. It's an unusual weekend off for me, so I'm glad I could be here and make it. Great to see everyone out there. Great to see everyone here. And great to see Sharanda. And if you guys don't follow Sharanda, please do so. Sharanda, and she's not going to give herself credit, but I'm going to give her credit, and she needs it.
Wonder where I get that from.
She is a huge proponent of getting women into the shooting sport. She's a huge proponent of getting them into hunting, bows, the whole 9 yards. And it's a big deal. And she may make it out not to be so, but it's a big deal. And we thank her and we appreciate her for that. And myself, as someone who is in the industry trying to help people and teach people, it makes a big difference. So I'm appreciative of what she does.
Well, thank you.
With that being said, guys, I appreciate everyone out there. I appreciate everyone for everything you did for Willie and the family. I hope you guys all received your prizes. If you haven't, they will be coming soon. With that being said, I'm going to throw it over to the Hot Pot.
Whoop, whoop. Hey, Jamie. Panel, thanks for having me on tonight, guys. I really appreciate it. I love being around my tribe. I've had a great week. I'm looking forward to having a good day tomorrow at USPSA. Sunday is going to be relaxed time for me. Man, I'm just trying to keep it all together and trying to live, love, laugh, and reload.
Thanks for being here, Gene. Miss Sharenda.
Thanks for having me on tonight, guys. This season is about to be pretty busy for me. Not only do I got to try to fit in my own personal hunting time, I got a lot of mentoring events that I'm helping out with. Especially next week is when we have a women's weekend where we rent out a Boy Scout camp and we just have educational structure from fishing all the way up to small game processing. So I've been stretched kind of thin here the last few weeks. Also, I want to give a shout out to Wheeler. So since I got that 6.5 Creedmoor and discovered hilariously that there are 2 focal planes to scopes, I've been bugging a whole lot of companies asking them to tell me about their products so I can kind of figure out the differences, and because I'm just a dork that way. And Wheeler and Crimson Trace wanted to give me Wheeler toolkit. And so I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. Only if you let me come do a tour. and then you talk to me about your torques and you show me how to properly mount. And so I went and visited them, and I met a nice young lady named Lauren that works there. So it was pretty cool. So now for the next couple of weeks, I'm mounting everybody's scope.
That makes for a good video. That makes for a good video.
Get her, tell her. We'll watch it.
Okay. I will try, y'all. I'm horrible. I'm horrible about doing videos because I'm busy doing the stuff that I don't have time. I mean, I could make time. I don't make time to set up cameras.
See, I'm with Mock. I'm going to call bullshit if you don't have time, because I guarantee you're putting posts on Instagram. And
because it's easier to take a picture.
Hey.
Shush. When you're putting posts on Instagram, guess what? You got time to make a video.
Well, it's not the making it, it's the editing.
One of them girls that's watching
you.
running, tell her to give it. Here's a camera. Who wants to run the camera? Okay, thanks. Now we're going to get
there you go. Done deal.
He said it's the editing. It's the editing.
It is. It's the editing.
That right there, people, if you're watching, pay attention. That's excuses.
It is. I got 52 excuses.
They are piss poor.
Willie used to say that's a 5-gallon bucket of excuses.
Yeah.
Look, hey, y'all know the whole time I've been on this live tonight, y'all know I've actually been working too.
I'm just messing with you, you know.
That's all right. Now, Chico, you said I help you. That's all right. I'm gonna be in your DM.
That bucket of excuses is overflowing, Sharenda.
I know. That's all right, Chico. I'm gonna be like, yep. Remember when you said on episode that was aired on 9/23?
I got you.
Your phone. But yeah, I got a pretty busy season coming up.
Yeah, you do.
Anyway, Sharenda, thanks for being here, and I'm sorry for the abuse. You guys got to reel it in here.
You know, I like it rough.
We got to get it in before, because it'll be another month, 2 months before we see her.
I know. 3 or 4 before we see her again.
It might be about at least 2 more weeks. I got a heavy 2 weeks coming up.
Your plate's full.
Come the second weekend of October, y'all probably see me on Friday nights, and then I doubt they're going to see me at work. Anyway, we're way over time. CW, what you got, brother?
Not a lot. Keep your eyes open for a couple videos maybe, but that's about it. Thanks everybody for being here, and look forward to another good week, Lord willing.
Yes, sir.
Weekend before.
CW's got some really cool knife stuff, so y'all be watching for that. Kyle, have you said goodnight yet?
Good night yet.
Thank you for being here, brother. You want to do anything?
I think that
I think that's the least amount of work we've heard from Kyle.
Holy shit.
It was a lot of fun. I tried to shut up for a change. Tomorrow is going to be casting weather. And Jamie, if you're not busy in the morning, come on over and we will fire up the hot pot. I want to thank everybody in the side chat for being here. And I understand that we're out of time, so I'm going to throw it to you, sir.
Okay, let me try to do this. Tuesday nights is the Reloading Podcast. Wednesday night is Chris from the 740, but he's on sabbatical. Thursday night, sometimes AR will do something if he's up to it. Friday night is us. Right now, Echo's moving, so he's taking a hiatus as well. Friday nights at 6 Eastern time. We've got G23. Y'all go over and pick on him. And then Friday nights at 8, you got Uncle Jim. Sunday nights at 7 o'clock Eastern, foreign and domestic on the Crazy Scotsman's channel. Y'all are so good to us. We thank you. Thank you for being here and sharing your Friday evenings with us. We hope the Lord blesses you all real good. And if he's willing, we'll see you next Friday night at 8 o'clock.